What up, everybody? It's your boy Sack the King up in this motherfucker, man. I know it's been a minute since I gave y'all some content, man. I know it's been a minute. I've been trying to drop little videos on y'all, man. But hey, man, I just got home from a 10-day trip home to Sacramento. I'm back fresh off of an 11-hour flight, 1 hour through customs, and a 2-hour train ride home. Not to mention the plane ride from Sacramento to San Francisco, which is like another hour. Not to mention 2 hours prior to that, I was up. So it's been a long day, man, but I still say, you know what? Let me go home and shout out my motherfucking subscribers. Remind everybody who's watching this to hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow. Yes, man, your boy is exhausted, bro, but I'm going to still drop content for y'all tonight, man. I got shit on my chest, I must confess. So, like I said, hit that subscribe button. While I was at home, I was approached by at least 3 or 4 people who recognized me from YouTube, which is crazy because it's been like over, man, last time I got recognized for some YouTube shit was like before I was even rapping seriously, was like 2009 where I pulled them flags off. Y'all can go find an old YouTube page that I had, Sack the King flags. Just type that in. I might just repost that video here. But as y'all can see in the title, I told y'all at the beginning of the year, I'm going to read 10 books, man. I'm already down, what, like 7? I'm already down like 7 as of today. So I'm going to give you all these book reviews. Boom. Here is the latest book that I just finished today. This is the Jeezy Jenkins Adversity for Sale. You feel me? You gotta believe. You feel me? And this is the authenticated signed version. Now, he just wrote JJJ in there, but you know, it's real. It's real marker. You know what I mean? You can get a little close up with that. So he signed it, even if he was just being lazy by JJJ in it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look at the cover because usually that, but I have the audio book. So I finished the audio book today. Great book. This is a great book. The reason why I bought the hard copy signed version is because Jeezy is one of my favorite rappers, man. Like, if you know me, I fucks with Young, man. I can go out to the car right now. Probably got every one of that nigga CDs, right? And man, some of y'all might not agree, but Jeezy to me personally is top 5, dead or alive. You feel me? Of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I had to support and get the hard copy as well, even though I've read the whole book on the audio book. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Jeezy. Anybody who wants to read this, I got it for you. It's a great book. So now with the book review. So, okay. So how many chapters is it? Adversity for Sale. You gotta believe. It's broken down into parts, okay? So part 1, as y'all can see, part 2, you know, and he's going through his life. You know what I'm saying? This book is about 254 pages. So yeah, this is pretty much Jeezy telling his story, his life story. I'm sure, you know, after reading the book, hold on, man, I'm cheating y'all, man. I gotta throw on the Versace's for Young, man. You know, you gotta believe. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take it back to them trap days, man. You feel me? Anyways, man, we gotta throw the, hold on, bro. I'm gonna take off the hat and show y'all niggas the bald head, nigga. We gonna take this shit back all the way back to like 05, 06, where it's all black, Sachi shades, chains, and motherfucking bald heads, man. You feel what I'm saying, man? So anyways, yeah. So in the book, man, I found out some shit about Jeezy that I didn't know, and we got a few things in common. You know what I mean? Those being that as a kid, his dad was in the Marines, and he got a chance to live in Hawaii in Kaneohe, which is where the Marine base is, even still to this day. He also got a chance to live in Okinawa for a while, and he tells some stories in here about his time in Okinawa and you know, what led to him having to leave Okinawa and, you know, if I could ask Jeezy a question, I would ask him, after reading this book, is that probably the most pivotal point of your life? Being that had you not left Okinawa for the things that you were doing, it's in the book, would we still have the young Jeezy that we have today? And if the answer is no, then man, you made the right decision, young. You feel me? So like I said, I just moved to Japan from Hawaii. You know what I mean? I've been all through Kaneohe, Kalihi, Salt Lake, Maine, Waianae, West Side, Town Side, all the sides, man. Ask you about your boy Sack the King. Shout out to my niggas in that KPT. You feel me? Anyways, so he had made the transition from moving to Hawaii to moving to Japan like I did. I don't live in Okinawa. I live close to Tokyo. But still kind of same thing. I just visited Okinawa a little bit earlier in the year. And the shit that he was describing, how sweet and how open it is when he was here, hey, I'm here to tell you in 2023 going into 2024, it's the same way, man. He goes into, his come up, some of the relationships that he built, that he came through the game with, the hustle that he had to, that's why I think he called this shit adversity for sale. You gotta believe, because he's telling y'all a lot of the shit that led up to him being the young Jeezy that we ended up seeing. And when you read this book, you're gonna see, man, the nigga was out there getting it. He was dealing with a lot of dumb shit out of niggas, mainly his cousins was cheating him, was trying to steal from him, was setting him up for bad bricks. But, he got the last laugh in the end. Let's hit a Jeezy laugh. Ha ha! You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got the last laugh in the end. And, that might be one of the second most pivotal points in his life, as he talks about in the book, about how his cousin got him ripped off for some fake bricks that was sheetrock. But he ended up getting back at his cousin, years later, a different way. And he said in the book that that was one of the things that he needed at that time that made him become the young Jeezy and made him financially become, put him in a position, I guess you could say, to go on to record music and all that other stuff, man. He talks about going to YCP. Here's another thing that we share in common. He talks about going to YCP, and I already gave y'all that story. YCP, scroll down, man. It's a good story. So I never knew that about young Jeezy and that he went to YCP, man. I'm a YCP alumni too, just a different state. So, I enjoyed that part of the book. He talks about, starting a label with Kinky B, how they had to grind, some of the earlier acts that they were trying to sign. And then Jeezy just said, fuck it, I'm going to become a rapper. You know what I'm saying? He was out there trapping, doing his thing, way before the VMF thing. And I'm cheating y'all again, man. Let me plug in my mic. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. He talks about, some of the beefs that he had in the industry, Rick Ross, Gucci Man. He talks about the verses. That's like the very last chapter, and it's from him being a kid all the way up to the verses. Now, after reading this book, it's been a lot of things on the internet lately, with his ex-bodyguard Dredd, with his ex-right-hand man Clem, and I've seen Kinky B videos, interviews. I've seen Blood Raw interview, and to be honest with you, I didn't hear Clem's name mentioned once in there. I didn't hear Dredd's name mentioned once, but he talks about some of these incidents that have been in some of these interviews on the internet. I think I heard Carbon 15 named one time, and we know that he was deeply involved with Young Jeezy and CTE. I didn't hear 211's name at all. Maybe YG's name one time. He mentions a lot of other people like Jay-Z, another guy named Shake that was one of his early mentors. He talks, I damn near got a whole chapter dedicated to Jay-Z, and he talks about Kanye and how some of them songs came together. He talks about how a lot of the songs came together that we know. where he got the ideas from. He talks about the big meat shit. He talks about, you know, how it was getting hot in Atlanta and how the feds was watching. But he definitely makes it clear that he was not a part of BMF. He was just rolling with them niggas, and it's all love and it was family. But he even goes into detail to talk about the rift between him and some of those members after all the shit started coming down, to include Blue Da Vinci. But I'm just wondering, like, why we didn't hear more about any of these other people. We didn't hear about why you fell out with Dredd, what happened with you and Clem. I thought for sure Clem was gonna be all through this book. What happened with you and Keisha Cole? We want to know the whole story. He didn't go into that. He went into a couple of the cases that he caught. I don't think he really went into the case with the Wiz Khalifa shit where the dude got killed outside the tour bus. He might have spoke on that briefly, man. It's a long book. But I tried to pay attention as much as I could to give y'all a great book review. Like I said, man, I'm a big ass fan of Jeezy, bro, and you know, like, ain't nothing gonna stop that. You feel me? Despite what I read and what I see in the interviews, you know, and some of this shit might be true, but it's still his story, their story, and then the truth. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Young Jeezy, so that's why not only did I buy the signed copy, I bought the motherfucking audiobook as well. So salute the Young, man. I wish you much success. I know you're going through divorce. He didn't talk about any of that here, or his wife in here. He talked about from being a kid all the way up to the verses, you know, and I'm sure he's left so much room open for another book to be written. So don't be surprised if you see another book by Young Jeezy. I still got to get the new album. I know I definitely seen all of those names that I mentioned that he didn't really mention in the book was mentioned on that motherfucking album, like God Forgives, I Don't, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, go get the album. Go get the new album. Go get this new book, man. Go get this new book. You might get a lot more from the book than you do from the music, man, which is kind of hard to believe because Young been dropping so much game and knowledge on us for so many decades now, bro. He's been in the game for decades now. You feel me? So anyways, man, yeah, he about to hit 20 years. Anyways, man, great book, Adversity for Sale, You Gotta Believe by J. Jeezy Jenkins, man. It's your boy, Sack the King. Stay tuned for some more book reviews, and hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know. You help the channel grow. Yeah.